Wow, what a day. August 8th, Red Robe Astrology. It's not so much of the, craziness of the day. This day's not going to rock'em sock'em you off the planet. It's about the importance of the day. I talked about this yesterday because the energy was building. It peaks today, and there'll be a little residual tomorrow. It's Mercury sesqui-squaring Pluto and sesqui-squaring the North Node at the same time in a retrograde shadow. The retrograde shadow means we're going to pass this way again. Mercury turns around on August 23rd, and at some point in his retrograde, we will also have an agitation about where we're going next. Mercury sesqui-square the North Node, so choices and decisions about moving forward are filled with some frustration today, and a simultaneous sesqui-square from Mercury to Pluto means power struggles are in the mix and not cleanly. This is a transit where you got to watch out for those sort of, shadowy ways of communicating like passive aggression and manipulation. You put them together, it's what creates the pattern of the Thor's hammer, where the tension from each of these sesqui-squares builds to a point where we could have a power struggle that explodes a little bit. Again, not humongous, but important because the retrograde's going to bring this stuff back. Speaking of stuff coming back, look to June 29th for anything rich, juicy, shadowy, sexual in your Venus story. Black Moon Lilith is a shadow point where shame and sexuality are something we are forced to deal with. And when we do, beautiful, rich things happen when we face shadow. So we've got Venus conjunct Black Moon Lilith today, like she was back on June 29th. So there might be a resurgence of stuff and material in your intimacy life and in your emotional body that's of a shadowy nature that came up as June was becoming July. The moon's in Taurus. That's going to keep us a little grounded and stable, but let's talk about the sort of intensity of the lunar aspects. A conjunction to Jupiter early in the day means we've got a huge dose of confidence and optimism to guide us. But at the end of the day, the moon will conjunct Uranus, and that's a pretty big wild card where anything can happen and probably will. And we're in the third quarter moon, and the moon is squaring Venus and Black Moon Lilith. So there's some extra tension about trying to bring our A game and our best wisdom, but also emotional challenges could be part of the day. Have at it, kids. Pay attention to everything.